What's up, nerds? This is Garchu Collector Dan, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a more podcasty type video, so sit back, relax, do some work, play some video games, whatever you do in your free time, and let my sweet voice transcend you as I talk about this insane Pokemon market we're in. So as of the time of this recording, today is January 15th. There is currently all-time highs being seen on pretty much all of the most popular alt arts in PSA 10. Specifically want to call it the Moonbryon, I think hitting 3,300, the Gengar VMAX hitting 1,500, Lugia V 650, and the Charizard V I think right at 500 as well. And then also the Bubble Mew has surpassed $1,100 in the most recent sale, which is absolutely wild. And I saved that one for last because I'm pissed about that. I'm frustrated as hell. As some of you may know, I sold my Bubble Mew for 600 cash at the show I vended a couple weekends ago. At the time, I thought it was a great sale. I thought it was good to sell a little below market. I think market was like last sold was like 670, so I figured, hey, 600 cash is not bad. Like, I'm okay with that. I think that felt fair at the time, especially considering I paid $100 to buy and grade the card. So really, I profited like $500 from that, which was awesome. Felt really good about that. But now I'm pissed. Who could have thought that the card went from 670 to over 1,000 in 2 weeks? This market's absolutely insane. I don't even know how to begin to talk about it. Frankly, I think that people buying the Bubble Mew at these prices are idiots. Like, there's just no other way around it. I think anyone buying any modern alt arts now in PSA 10 are either just stupid rich or just stupid idiots. I mean, there's no middle ground there in my opinion. I think people who have been in the hobby for a while had ample time to buy these cards when they were cheaper, obviously, such as myself. I'd been in the hobby since March of 2021, so I actually got to open a lot of these sets when packs are readily available for a lot of these sets the alt arts are from that are kind of booming in value. But yeah, I'm kind of at a loss of words. I don't really know where all this money is coming from. I don't know why people are spending so much money on these cards that have just shot up over 100% in value in just a month or two. I'm not sure what the thought process is there. Especially, I see all these people complaining online about how they missed their chance to buy the Bubble Mew, missed their chance to buy the Sunzard, missed their chance to buy the Gengar, and I really don't think you missed your chance. You just missed your chance to do it in the near term. I actually think a lot of these cards, I'm specifically going to call out the Sunzard from 151, and also I will call it the Bubble Mew. I don't think either of those arts are very good, to be honest. Like, I have a Sunzard at PSA 10 I'm trying to sell. I graded it, sourced it at Chicago Collecticon, and I'm trying to now sell it. Same with the Bubble Mew. And I guess I'm glad I held on to my Sunzard, because that's gone up a couple $100. Like I said, that's almost 1,000. But anyway, neither of these cards are that good arts, in my opinion. Both of those sets, specifically 151, have huge reprints coming. I guess the Paldean Fates one's a little speculative, but I do actually believe that there is a Paldean Fates reprint coming. Actually, there's a lot of reprints coming. At the time of recording today, Pokemon Company did just announce that they see the Prismatic Evolutions craze going on and how that product is being scalped to oblivion and how pre-sale prices are crazy, and how there's just a massive shortage of that product. They actually announced that they're going to be printing at max capacity to smooth out the issues that people are having getting product, which I think is great. I mean, I think that's already what they're doing, though. I don't think they're printing any more than they already have been. I think they've been printing at max capacity, and there's just this massive amount of demand has come in all of a sudden and shot up all of these modern sets. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand why so many people are spending all this money on these PSA 10 alt arts. Like, I do think they're nice cards, but I think once we've seen this initial kind of uptick, I'd say maybe November, December, early December now, things are just getting ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I see all of these alt arts settling below these highs, even if we go higher from here. Like, I think the Bubble Mew I thought at $600 was overvalued, to be honest. I don't think the card's that nice. There's already like 7,000 in the pop. Paldean Fates will probably get some reprints. There's who knows how many more PSA 10s to be graded. And I don't know. I really don't like this hobby right now, to be honest. And that's coming from someone who's frankly profiting thousands of dollars from the positions I have built in Pokemon before this boom. And frankly, not even the positions, like my collection pieces. Like, I'm kind of angry that, like, my Gengar shot up $1,000 from what I paid for it in October, which is awesome. But like now it's like, fuck, I like my Gengar a lot, but now that I've basically could profit $1,000 from selling it, like I feel like I have to sell it, and that sucks because I feel like there's a lot of cards. Thankfully, I have most of my modern alt art positions. Well, not even positions, collection pieces, I should say. Those aren't investments; those are collection pieces. My PSA 10 alt arts. Some of them I pulled myself. Others I just really liked the card and was never able to pull it. Just wanted to get the set, get the card in my collection, I should say, rather than the set. But yeah, specifically, I guess the only Sword and Shield alt arts I'm missing that I want are the couple evolutions, like I need 4 to complete my set, which is frustrating because those all have shot up to oblivion, which I guess we should have seen coming. We should have seen with Prismatic Evolutions releasing that all the evolution alt arts would go up in value. That's another story. Anyway, I guess the point there is that it's frustrating as someone who likes to collect the cards that now I'm feeling pressured to sell them because of how much value I'm kind of leaving on the table if I don't. And now what I would do with that money is I would just invest it back into Pokemon cards, whether it be sealed product or graded cards, mainly vintage. And yeah, it's just tough because, like I said, I feel like I'm pressured to sell cards because they've increased in value, but also I'm deterred from buying cards because of how expensive a lot of the modern cards have shot up. I don't want to be buying at a lot of these prices. I guess it's mainly like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, like biggest hits, like the most popular SARs and alt art PSA 10s, like those have gone crazy. I don't want to buy any sealed boxes that have just run up 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 100% from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. I've been in the hobby since 2021. Like I said, I had my time to build booster box positions, and I really didn't. I have a case of Brilliant Stars. I have 3 Obsidian Flames boxes from a case I opened, pulled the Charizard, just kept those sealed. Like I have a Chilling Reign and a Battle Styles, a Vivid Voltage, and that's really it. I have like 10 or 12 booster boxes. That's all I have, which is probably surprising for some people to hear. But I do have a lot of PC ETBs, which have been performing really well, and I'm happy I have those. I have a case of Obsidian Flames, Paladin Fates, 2 cases of Surging Sparks, and then 14 151 PC ETBs, which have obviously done really well for me. I'm happy that I kind of realized that at the time that would be a good thing to buy. Obviously, I wish I bought more, but it was hard finding people to send it to. But anyway, I guess the point of all of this is that I don't really like I said, where this hobby is right now. I kind of liked it where it was maybe a year ago. I was able to collect what I wanted to collect and not feel pressured to sell and feel comfortable buying at certain prices. But now I feel like it's just gotten so crazy. And it's a good sign, in the long term of this hobby, it's a great sign. Like I think I've said before, I plan on being in this space for the rest of my life. My retirement plan is obviously I have a job and I have my traditional investment vehicles, saving for retirement and whatnot. But what I want to do when I'm retired is just vend at card shows. Like I want to, and I think I can do that. I have a pretty big collection now, and I am starting to vend, as some of you may know. But the plan is to just slowly grow my collection, do vending on the side. Like this is my side hustle / I guess passion project hobby, like what I enjoy spending my time doing. But eventually, when I was retired, it can be something that can support me financially. Maybe make a couple $1,000 a month, whatever it is, from just buying and selling cards, going to these shows on the weekends and vending, which I still think is feasible. And it's actually exciting seeing the massive growth of the hobby in just the last couple months. Like, we're early. If you're watching this video and you're this far into the video, we're early. If you're that interested in Pokemon, you're hearing me rant about it, we are early to Pokemon, which is crazy. Pokemon, like a lot of people say in this space, will outlive all of us, which I do firmly believe. Pokemon will outlive all of us. And we're just getting started, like I promise that. And I will say, while the prices seem exorbitantly high today on some items, they're only going to get higher at the end of the day. For some things. For sealed product, it only gets higher. But for these modern PSA 10 alt arts, like I think the Moonbreon will be a sub $2,000 card before it goes to 3, 4, or 5,000, whatever. I definitely think we're peaking hard in terms of a lot of the graded card prices. However, with the sealed, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how the sealed prices play out, because it's kind of an unprecedented time in the hobby, in my opinion. Again, I've only been around since the COVID boom, so maybe my perspective is a bit flawed, but Pokemon investing is at an all-time high. Like, we see on the market, like, oh, I'll give Scarlet Violet base, for example. I believe it's like $145 now a box. And obviously boxes are selling every day at that price, but how many boxes are in people's closets? Like how many boxes are just set to the side? This is not, like, the actual market price is kind of skewed in my opinion, because obviously in layman's terms, economics, the price is where supply meets demand, right? Something like that. I don't know. I took a class in college on economics. But anyway, the point being is that so much of the supply is just not on the market. It exists. Like, the market has this perception that, oh, the supply is limited, like, and that's kind of been driving up the price. And well, I guess maybe with increased demand too, but so much of the supply is just on the sidelines, just waiting maybe for a higher price. I don't know. But eventually I do see a lot of sets either just like staggering, just staying like pretty flat in price for a long time, or some of them even going down slightly. Maybe not back to where they were before this boom, but I definitely think a lot of it is going to be driven by everyday people like you and me who have a few boxes here or there, a case there. Like, I think there are way more people than we think who have these boxes set aside. Not only is it individual people, but it's also institutional investors. Like, I do actually believe that there are some companies, big companies, whether it be distributors or like large card shops, have pallets of this shit just set aside. And it's so interesting that there's like this market frenzy going on that, oh, I'm never going to be able to open this box if I don't buy it right now. I'm never going to be able to own this box for my sealed collection. I'm never going to be able to have this card in a PSA 10 if I don't buy it right now. You got to be patient, guys. Like, there is so much of this shit out there. This is like mass-produced products. It's crazy. I mean, obviously it's impossible, but it'd be very nice to have the print runs from Pokemon, full print runs, list of every booster box they printed from each of these sets, as well as if we could see some way of like what's been opened, what's still out there. But I guarantee you there is hundreds of thousands of I'll even say Fusion Strike. There are hundreds of thousands, if not a million, Fusion Strike booster boxes out there, in my opinion. And I'm definitely pulling that completely out of my ass. Like, I'm aware of that, but that set should not be worth $500. It's one card, I guess maybe two cards with the Gengar and the Espeon, driving that set up. And that card's really hard to pull. So if anything, I guess actually maybe it makes more sense to buy the card, not at these current prices, but beforehand. I mean, it makes more sense in some cases to buy the single, I think, over the booster box. I don't know. We're in an interesting time in this hobby. We really are. I guess I just want to kind of transition away from that and talk a little bit about prismatic evolutions. So I have 4 cases coming that I pre-ordered at MSRP from Walmart and GameStop. Let's get here on Friday. I also have, I think I have 10 or 12 PC ETBs, and I was lucky enough to get 2 sealed cases before they changed the limit from 4 to 2. So my plan with those sealed cases, if anyone's wondering, is I'm going to sit on those for 10 years and see where we're at. Those cases are, in my opinion, are going to carry a massive premium because they're very limited in who was able to obtain them, just because it was like, I think, an hour and a half, 2-hour window where they had the limit 4 and then they changed it down to 2. So majority of people aren't going to have those cases. So I think there will be a nice case premium on that. Additionally, I think a lot of people are just going to open their cases because they want to either open the ETBs or sell them individually, which makes sense. I don't blame people for doing that. But for me, in my position, I think it makes sense for me to sit on those 2 cases of PC ETBs for the long term and then maybe sell one or two of my loose ones. I don't know. I kind of want to sit on all of them because the 151 has done so well. But then again, the 151 PC ETBs are at like 340, right? Something like that. And I think, I don't know, I looked at maybe a week or two ago, but last time I checked, and this is obviously going to go down with the set release, people actually having the product in hand, but last time I checked, prismatic PC ETBs were $400 pre-selling. And at that point, I think I just need to take the 6X? Yeah, that's fucking gross. Yeah, 6X, an instant 6X on your money. Yeah, if they're still selling at 400, I'll sell all my loose ones at 400. I think. I don't know. I think that's overinflated. I mean, they're semi-rare, but they're not really that rare in my opinion. Like I think I saw in a video, maybe I might be making this up, but I swore I saw on a YouTube video it was like 160,000 were released in the initial drop. So they're not that rare. They're kind of rare, but yeah, they'll be out there. And then I'm sure there'll be another drop. I'm recording this the Wednesday before the set comes out. Like I said, the 15th. There'll be another drop on Friday. I'm sure all of you know, but if you don't, like, take the time to set up the Discord notifications in the Rattle Pokemon Discord so you get notified when there's a drop on Pokemon Center. I'm expecting there to be a drop at, I don't know, anywhere from 8 a.m. to, I'd say, probably noon Eastern Standard Time. They usually drop in the morning, like somewhere in that window. So keep an eye out for that. I'm actually canceling my PT appointment in the morning and not going to the gym that day because I need to make sure I get more secured because it's free money. It's kind of crazy. It's hard to pass up. I guess that leads me into what I'm doing with my regular ETBs. And I'm not passing up the free money, that's for sure, which sucks. That's another reason I don't like this hobby right now. I mean, it's nice that I can make money really easily right now in this space, which is great because it just helps me afford more expensive vintage cards I really want. But then the flip side of that is like, well, I don't want to open a single prismatic ETB if I can turn around and sell it for 120, 130, 140 plus, you know? Like I can't, if I'm doubling my money just by instantly selling it, I can't open any of the set. And that sucks because I want to open some of the set. Even though the pull rates look terrible, I just think it'll be fun. It's always a fun experience to open packs. And I want to get back to that where I feel like I'm okay and I'm comfortable opening packs because I'm not, the only money I'm burning is what I invested in it, you know? It'll hurt twice as bad, essentially, if I open one of these ETBs and get nothing because it's like, oh, not only did I waste the 55 plus tax I spent to get the ETB, but I also wasted another $60 plus that I could have made just by selling the ETB, you know? So yeah, I hope that changes. I will be opening a bunch of prismatic, hopefully, by the end of the year. I am anticipating there to be a big spike here in the next month or two. There'll be a lot of demand, like I said, probably secondary market, like 120, I had to guess, maybe 130 max. Like I'm already seeing listings all over the place. I don't even know what I'm gonna sell mine for. I want to get rid of them pretty soon though. Like I'm vending a couple of shows next couple months, so I'll maybe sit on a case, but I want to hopefully be down to 2 cases by the end of this month. Hopefully my plan is to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then hopefully by the end of this year, I can upload a video opening prismatic at when it's all back at $5, $6 a pack on the secondary market. That'd be great. I hope they can print enough to quench the thirst of demand and get these scalpers such as myself, out of business and broke, right? That's what the average hobbyist wants. I don't think anyone watching this channel is an average hobbyist, though. I think we are. I hope I have an audience of collectors. I don't know. I really don't know. But I hope I have an audience of collectors who are investment minded as well, who love these cards and have such an attachment to this hobby, but at the same time realize that done correctly, it can be an investment vehicle and is a good place to allocate some of your money for successful long-term growth and investing. At least that's my opinion. It's great that there's this space where I love the actual cards. I will die with many of my expensive cards, but at the same time, I'm able to make money in the space dealing with something I truly love. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm really glad I've found a space where I can do that. And yeah, this big boom kind of excites me for the future. It really does. I think I knew there was a lot of potential in Pokemon, and I am kind of kicking myself for not just going all in into Pokemon, because that would have worked out very well, especially if I was just buying modern booster boxes, which is what I would have done. But I was just hesitant. I guess I didn't really see the potential in Scarlet and Violet. I thought that Sword and Shield had kind of already passed. I am kicking myself because when Lost Origin was on the Pokemon Center at the start of 2024, I didn't buy any. I bought one case of Brilliant Stars, but money just felt tight. You know, I was trying to max out like my traditional like Roth IRA. I don't even know what I was doing at the time. I was spending money on like slabs and cards. I mean, you can look back on my channel. I think my first video, like pickups video, was like April or May. You can see what I was spending my money on then, when I could have just been buying Lost Origin booster boxes. But you know what? A lot of the cards I had bought over the past year have appreciated like crazy, which that wasn't the intention of buying them, which I guess goes back to maybe the biggest theme of this video, is that it sucks that I feel pressure to sell some cards that I wasn't planning on selling, but while at the same time I'm hesitant to buy in the current environment, but I'm also hesitant to sell at the same time. Like, I want to sell because I want to realize these insane gains. At the same time, I'm hesitant to sell because I'm seeing these astronomical prices that I didn't think they're rational 2 months ago. Like, like I said, the Bubble Mew example, I thought Bubble Mew was irrational at $600. Like, I was happy to sell mine for $600 because that card does not seem like a $600 card to me. But now it's $1,000. So I feel like I have to like dumb myself down to succeed in this hobby in some way. I mean, I'm doing just fine in this hobby. I think I'm doing just fine, but you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I don't know. Maybe I need to have like a kid or something. I need like an 8-year-old around who I can be like, what do you think of this card? And if the kid likes the card, then we're going to keep it, you know? Because I really think it's like that simple. It's like me as an adult, like I love my Charizards, like my modern Charizards. I love an Umbreon. I guess everyone loves an Umbreon these days, but you know, I love like the Pokemon I love. I have a big connection to Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. That's just the Pokemon that I grew up with. Obviously, you know, you've heard the story. The cards I've opened as a kid, they're the Pokemon in the games that I played as a kid. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting that it's like truly a multi-generational hobby. And I think that I guess, because I assume a lot of you guys are my age. I'm 27, but we are maybe at a disadvantage because while we're maybe more savvy Pokemon collectors, investors, speculators, whatever you want to call it, we're not the average is a lot different from us. And that's what I guess what I'm learning about this hobby is that just because I don't like something doesn't mean the market oh God, what am I even saying? Just because I don't like something doesn't mean the market also doesn't like it. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't even know how long this video was. I feel like I've been talking for a while. But yeah, I think I want to try to do more videos like this. I do enjoy just ranting at the camera. Really just kind of all over the place today. Don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but it should be something a little spicy to get the attention of the algorithm. But yeah, if you somehow got through this entire rant, leave a what emoji? Is there a bag emoji? Like I'm looking at, there's like a canvas bag to my left off camera. Yeah, if there's some sort, just type bag, because like I think at the end of the day, and I'm glad this is a good transition. I think at the end of the day, we don't want to be holding the bag. Like that's ultimately what this is. It is a ultimate game of hot potato, because one day, whether it be in 100 years, 500 years, 20 years, 5 years, 1 year, 10,000 years, all this shit's gonna be worthless. At the end of the day, it's just shiny cardboard. So yeah, you don't want to be caught holding the bag, and that was my thought process when I sold that Bubble Mew for $600, which obviously turned out to be a mistake. But yeah, don't get caught holding the bag, guys. It's not what you want to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to have some more podcasty type content for you soon. Take care.